Welcome back to the shop. It is the 23rd of July 2017. Happy birthday, Desiree. She'd have been 31 years old today.
Hi everyone.
So, who was here this weekend? Bula came back. She was at the Summer Institute for Opera this past week and has got the next week to do, but she came back home this weekend to spend the weekend with us. Her boyfriend came up and spent Sunday with us. Matter of fact, they're out now in the yard right now, kind of goofing off and playing around. And then Michael and Emily came down. We had a good time with Emily over in the mom cave with Mom, and then Michael and I hung out in the shop quite a bit and had a pretty good time. There's some good sweet tea on a hot day like today. Well, this week in the shop, about 2 a.m. this morning, Michael and I were busy turning a pin or three. And this is one of our better pin products we turn right there, projects we turn right there. I'm really proud of that. That was the last pin I think we turned this morning at about 3 o'clock when we finished putting it all together. So had a good time doing with that. It's great to have Michael back in the shop. Look forward to maybe doing some more work with him in the future here. Maybe he'll get to come down from Atlanta maybe once a month or so, and we'll get to spend a little bit of time working in the shop. Alright, we milled 3 logs this week. Now I didn't pull 3 of the new logs that Daniel had brought up for me. What I did was took, if y'all remember that ramp that sits out there behind the mill, I took and I rolled 3 logs off that, not at one time, but pulled 3 logs off and milled them up. I think we had 2 that we got some pretty good wood. That last one was some gorgeous stuff that we're not finished cutting. But that first one, a lot of rot to it. We didn't get a whole lot out of it except for some firewood. Set it off to the side and it's going to have to go. I think I have, what do I have out there, 5 or 6 left to go now? I think 5 or 6 logs left to go. I worked on the shop shelves, the new ones. That wasn't a project that I expected to get done quickly. It was one of those projects I wanted to do over the long haul. And the shelves I'm talking about are on this wall right behind the camera where the stairs are that go upstairs. And last week, wasn't it last week? Yeah, I put in the horizontal shelves in it. And then this week I started putting the vertical shelves in there that's going to section off the boxes in about 1-foot cubicles there. And then I'll use them for storage of small objects. So I worked on that. That was kind of fun. Had Michael in the shop while I was doing that. We kind of piddled around and worked on that for a little bit. Butterbean's birthday was this past, well yesterday, it was this past week. We celebrated it yesterday, but Friday night went over to Daniel's house and we worked on setting up Butterbean's swing. Had a great time, pretty simple build. 4 guys and Mom were there working on it, so you know with Mom's leadership it got put together right, and Butterbean's got years of safe use up ahead. Matter of fact, she stayed on that thing probably, I don't know,
most of the day.
Most of the day out there sitting in the heat, sweating while Meemaw and Pawpaw were pushing her. But we had a great time with that build, really fun, and the satisfaction after it was just amazing. So we had a great time with that. And kind of aside, not really something that we did, but my old buddy Don gave us a dado cutter to use to make dados and rabbits. Now if you don't know what a dado is, if this is a board and you're going to put like a shelf across it here, a dado is a cut groove into that board so your shelf will sit down in there. A rabbit is simply the same thing except on the edge of the board. So he got me that, gave me that. I'm not really sure how he came about it, but anyhow, he gave it to me. Super excited about it. I think Michael liked it. He looked at it a bunch. Mom just absolutely loves it. So it's going to open up some avenues for us to do some interesting builds, or at least I think so. What do you think? Yep. So we're looking forward to playing with that. Thank you, Don. We owe you a big one for that. We're looking forward to learning to use this. All right, so we cut out the, well, I say we cut out the sandwich shop. We located a board. I think we talked about that last video, that we located a board in the big bag of cedar out here. And out of our big magic bag of cedar, we pulled out a nice looking board. We got it cut to length. Mom's working on it. We're not going to show you that board until the sign is delivered, so we'll show you the whole thing in its entirety when it's finished. It'll be a neat looking sign, I think, so it's going to look pretty good. Man, can't go on without that sweet tea. So what projects were completed this week? We didn't do a whole lot of completed projects. We've kind of noticed our pattern is we get a lot of little projects started and then we kind of tie them all up at one time. Matter of fact, we were talking about that just before we started shooting the video. It's been working well for us. I think we're going to keep that. Yeah, I think we're going to keep doing it that way. But here's some of the completed projects. the pins, actually 3 pins that Michael and I turned. I think we turned the last of the cheaper pin kits that we got from Amazon. So we're now moving on to the better, higher quality pin kits. It's been 8 or 9 months since we turned, made any pins. So it was really, really challenging last night here in the heat at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and finally, like I said, finished up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Going to have to do some more work on turning pins before we're back comfortable and going at the pace we were before. Now, Mom made some signs, and she made some really, really neat signs that I'm really kind of excited to show you. Now, this one here, we're going to call it complete. All we got to do is hook that bottle up in there, that right there is the sign, and this little bottle over here on my finger that's moving, that we're going to be able to put a flower or something in there, you know, who knows, whatever you want to put in there. But that's one of the signs right there that she got completed. Now, you remember last week we talked about that we cut up a bunch of boards for some sign projects, and that's some of that pine board that's been around forever that we cut up. Now, this next sign here is really, really, really something special. I don't think this one's going to stick around for long. This is really, really, really a beautiful sign here, and that we are really, really proud of. I think she did a great job. I'm not sure if Emily helped with that any at all. I think Emily was over there.
She was working on her pirates.
Emily was working on a pirate sign, so arg, maybe we'll get to see that one next time. I'm not sure. Mom completed a bunch of her trays that she's getting famous for, and she's got another shelf here that's kind of almost trayish like that she started working on. As you can see, it's got a little bit left to do. There's some epoxy in here, some epoxy on the back, but this is going to be really, really pretty. So I'm going to hold it and stop moving it so y'all can take a look at it now that we bounced it around about 300 times. But that was one of the things she did. Now, one of the other things that we're working on, one of our newer projects is going to be, and I think we got this idea from Reebok, is bathtub trays. So when you're sitting down in a nice hot bath and you want to have your phone up there, or maybe your computer, you'll actually have something sitting across the bathtub with you, or with you. How do I want to say that? Not with you, for you?
For you?
I don't know. You'll have a tray that you can set your stuff on. So we're going to be making cedar trays kind of like that.
It's going to have a place for your phone.
Yep.
It's going to have a place for your book and a place for your glass of wine.
That's it. Well, maybe 2 places for your wine.
One bottle and one glass.
One bottle and one glass. But anyhow, so that was completed. Well, I say completed. That was a project that we started on, and something that we think what we're going to do.
For all those lovely ladies who like to soak.
We're soaking in the bathtubs. Now, shows and markets coming up. Not a whole lot new on the show front. We've already talked about what we think we're going to do, which is pretty much Union Point's going to be a done deal. We pretty much think the Mule Days will be a done deal. Del Mar or Del Webb, we think we're going to have to let it fall by the wayside. Hate to do that, but if we get up here in this market in Atlanta, it's going to be a competition for that weekend. We're just not entirely sure what we're going to do. Put in for my leave and everything for those 3-day sales up in Atlanta. Not sure if I got it yet. Should know tomorrow when I go to work. If we've got it, then we'll be going to Atlanta. If I didn't get to leave for all those times, then we may substitute another show in there on those weekends. But long story short, probably we'll only be going to Augusta Market here in the near future, only on the first weekend of the month. Second weekend of the month, we're still planning to do the Grovetown Market, yep. So we'll probably do that. And then the third weekend, we'll probably be in Atlanta. And on fourth weekends, hopefully doing art shows. That's what I'm hoping we'll be doing, is more art shows. And
or actually producing more stuff for the
and maybe weekends. Yeah, we might actually have to work. Yeah.
One weekend out of each month, I have to work.
So we'll have to figure that out as we go along. So look for us next at the Augusta Market on the 5th of August, 2017. That's in 2 weeks, not 2 weeks from yesterday. So, I need a lot of that sweet tea with this heat. This wind coming in on my back just ain't enough. So what's coming up? Coming up builds. We're looking at doing some build videos. Now, we've been talking about how we want to rearrange maybe our video schedule. It's been a little tough getting the Sunday videos out, and we've been pushing them back to Monday. I think we're going to try to work on maybe getting these Sunday videos out like today a little bit more regular. What do you think, Rev? Maybe
yeah, that would be a good idea.
And then I think we're going to take Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do a build. Just so it kind of makes y'all feel like you're maybe still in the shop. Do a build video Monday, Tuesday, edit it on Wednesday maybe, and Thursday, release it Friday morning or maybe Saturday morning. But that's our plan. I don't think we're going to get started on that this week. but in the near future, we're hoping to do a quick build video Monday, Tuesday night, and have it up and ready by Friday morning, Saturday morning. And I'm really excited about that. Michael's showing some interest in the build videos, and so has Jay. I'm not sure how everybody else feels about it, but at least for them, we'll have the build videos up. And certainly, of course, if you want to watch them, watch them. So coming up, what we're going to work on next is the MIG station. Now, excuse me, TIG station. I've got my welder sitting up over here in the corner where those metal cabinets used to be, and what we're going to do is on the wall that has the door on it, we're going to put a sheet of steel, and then 2 sheets of steel going down the other wall facing out towards the driveway, and then a sheet of steel on the floor. And I'm going to use that as my TIG station. I'm going to start TIGging up in the evening. I'm going to try to take at least maybe 1 day a week and work on my TIG skills and try to get them back up to where they were so I can TIG weld a little bit better. And we're going to start making our table legs and stuff for like our, what was I said, end tables,
end tables and coffee tables and the couch table.
That's already, sofa table, that's
the
right.
Tops are already built. It's just a matter of getting the legs on.
Right, so that's what I'll be wanting to do is maybe get busy back on my TIG skills, where I was TIGging a little bit a year or so ago, a little over a year ago. I was kind of TIGging in the evening from time to time. I want to get back up and start doing that. So this week, Mom's going to run down on Wednesday down to Augusta to Dillon Mill Supply, pick up those sheets of steel, and then we hope to get those put up sometime this week. So if that works out, then what I'll be doing is I'll TIG weld some legs for those end tables and the sofa tables. I got to get back over here and get to work on my joiner. And the reason I need to do that is we've got two 21 by 21 by 21 tables to do, and we've got that little tea table that Michael built, and we want to start making these. We actually, while we were at Barnes & Noble's, noticed one in Barnes & Noble's and said, you know, that really is a cute little table. But if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, Michael was home, and he just kind of popped this thing together fairly quickly. So what we're hoping to do is build those, and I'm going to need my joiner to do that. So I got to get that little safety piece. I don't know if y'all remember, I talked to y'all, I was doing a routine inspection on my joiner, found one of those little safety locks was missing. I've ordered that. It's then sitting over the house, and all I got to do is put that on. So hopefully that'll come up and we can do those tables. And what else is coming up? But more signs, more signs. We're going to be making signs. Mama does a really good job on the signs. They go over really well, so we'll be building some more signs this week. Now, I think that's pretty much what we have planned for this weekend. So that's our week this week. As always, we'd like to say thank you for watching the video. And we'd like for you to make any comments you could down in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. And as always, we would love to see you back in the shop.